Good morning, beautiful souls. It is Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium, and I am here to do your daily reading for the 26th of May. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed so far. While you are here, if you feel like it, click the button below and please subscribe as well. It's been really nice watching the community grow, and I would be very, very happy to have you join us too. So guys, how this works is I'm going to pull out 3 cards, 1, 2, and 3. All you need to do is take a breath and just see where your energy is drawn to for the day. You may be drawn to more than one number, and that is completely okay and quite normal. And just keep in mind as well, guys, these are daily reads. They're going to resonate from one day to the next because, as I've explained before, you know, when we're doing a daily read, you're not going to have this big, huge, massive triumph that comes through or challenge every single day that's different from the day before. So have a look at them as a little bit of a story. Over the course of the week, they'll help validate what you're thinking. They'll help validate that you're on track. And they'll also just help to gently remind you what things that you need to be aware of and what energies you should be looking out for. Okay, so for 10-15 minutes of your day in the morning, it's a beautiful way to start. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to pick out 3 cards randomly of the deck. All you need to do, as I said, is just take a breath and just see where your energy is drawn to. Don't think about it too much. 1, 2, or 3. Just take a breath and just see. Is your energy drawn to number 1, number 2, or number 3? Awesome. Alright, so we're going to pop up number 3, pop up number 2, and let's see what number 1 has to offer today. Balance. Gee, this made a few appearances this week, hasn't it? Or over the course of the last week, I guess we're only a couple of days into this week. Let's see what else. We've got intuition and security. Nice. Security has come out a lot in the tarots yesterday as the theme for the week too. So guys, number 1, for those of you that have been drawn to number 1, you've got the balance, the intuition, and the security card that's here. Okay, and so what the cards are asking you to do is to be mindful of your balance, okay? Now, it's the yin and yang of life, you know, so we're talking about balance in a small scales, but also talking about balance in the big scales as well, you know. When you get cranky at somebody that doesn't serve a purpose, that throws your balance off, you know, and it's that kind of balance. I'm not just talking about angry pants, obviously, but it's that kind of balance that I'm feeling around today. Big balances and a potential for your emotions to go a little bit AWOL. So just be really mindful of that and trust your intuition, you know. Does these emotions suit my higher purpose today? Are these emotions helping me get to where I need to be? Are these emotions allowing me to get through my day with gratitude and, you know, happiness and all those kind of little bits and pieces? Don't bring unnecessary stress onto yourself today, number 1. Okay, and I feel like that's really the big message that's here for you. And just reminding you that you are secure, you know, and that the choices and where you're at the moment, you know, you are in the right place. You are in the right place, all right? So number 1, that's what I have for you today, is that be mindful of your balance. Don't bring unnecessary emotions on yourself today. And just breathe. Breathe. Okay? Breathe. So obviously a little bit of stress around you guys. And you know, stress can be in context. It can be relative to the person. Alright, so let's pop number 1 over to the side and let's see what number 2 has to offer today. Completions. One door closes and another one opens. All right. As I say, guys, this is my beta deck, so these are actually popping out all the cards with the not so great colour this morning, but it's all good. I'll give you a better look. All right, let's have a look and see what else is with number 2. Completions, taking a moment and pulling on our strength. All right. So that's the completions card that's there. It's a bit of a shocker, that one in the printout, but that's all right. So number 2, what I want to say to you is there's an energy around for you guys that there's a completion coming, okay? Now, the completion is, the thing with this card is that it's a completion. And you'll see in its normal light here, that is the Tower destructing, okay? So it's a little bit of a heavier card as far as its completions go. I do feel that there's been something that's been coming to a close or has come to an ending that hasn't necessarily been by choice, okay? So number 2, what the cards are telling you to do is just to ground and to keep yourself nice and rested, to allow yourself to recover and to call in on your inner strength, okay? Now, absolutely, for those of you that are female, that also represents or not just female, I guess, but it also represents a male partner as well, okay? And but definitely for me, what the energy is resonating in, whether or not you're drawn to this as a male or a female, is that it's calling on your strength, okay? It's that masculine strength, and it's yeah, it's time just to take a little bit of a rest today. I do feel number two. Don't go too hard on yourself. Don't try to make any big decisions. Just look after yourself today. Look after yourself today. And if this closure hasn't come in, then it's given you a little bit of a heads up that it's on its way. Okay, and as I said, for me, this completion isn't something that we've brought about by choice. It's something that's been handed to us, but it's also something that's going to serve our higher purpose along the way for whatever wanton reason that's yet to be discovered along the way. All right, so number two, that's what I have for you today. You need to rest. You need to rest. You need to call onto your strength. And you need to also just remember that with destruction comes an opportunity to regrow as well. Even if we didn't want to, that opportunity will arise, okay? So I'm going to pop that one over there, and let's see what number three has to offer for its energy today. Internal conflict. All right, let's see where else we need to go with this one. Worry and doubt. Stay connected. Yeah, beautiful. Nice, I like this one. All right, so number three. I think this is the first time I've had this card in a couple of weeks, actually. So number three, what I want to say to you is you've got internal conflict, worry and doubt, and staying connected. Okay, so again, for me, this is a really clear message in here. That internal conflict, it's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You can see she's got the faces carrying on there through her energy systems. And so you're caught in your own thoughts, it's that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it brings worry and doubt. And so number three, what the cards are saying to you today is when you're caught into internal conflict, take it one step at a time. Break it down into its facts and its figures, Don't think about the bigger picture, think about the steps along the way to get to the bigger picture, and just have a look and see where you're placing worry and doubt. Is that coming off of fears? Is it coming off of fact? Is it coming from fiction? And so just be really mindful to just spend a little bit of time in your thoughts to make sure that you're not... I want to be really clear because I do feel that there's an energy here. I just want to make sure it's not being blown out of context or out of proportion, because you're well within your rights to be doing so, because there feels like there is a lot of emotion there with it. But a way to do that is stay connected with yourself, okay? And that's why there's lots of words on this card, and it's about enjoying, it's about emotions and patience and expression and priorities, understanding, listening, choice, honor, rest, listening to your feelings, acknowledging your destiny. It's so much in this card. Stay connected to yourself. All right, stay connected to yourself. It's going to help alleviate this internal conflict that number three you may be feeling today. All right, stay connected and break it down into steps. Take yourself back to basics. Back to basics. All right, so let's have a look and see what cards we had. So we have number three, number two, and number one. Okay, so number one is about the balance today. Don't allow yourself to get into emotions that aren't necessary today. Number two, showing that there is a completion around you that may not necessarily be by choice. Okay, and so that you need to look after yourself through that process today. And number three, you've got the internal conflict, being caught into your own head, okay? And as they say, stay connected with yourself, keep true to yourself, keep honourable to yourself, and it's going to help clear away this internal conflict and give you the answers that you're seeking. All right, so again, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to read for you. Again, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It would be great for you to join the community, and would also love to see us jump over on Facebook, Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium. And for those of you that are inclined, you'll find that there's going to be a beautiful I Am Enough promotion next week as well. So have a beautiful day. Thank you again for joining me, and until tomorrow, stay safe and be a little bit daggy.